Hey folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Secret of Evermore on the MysteriousJG. I'm guessing this is going to be the second to last episode of this series. I figured out where to go off screen, I looked it up, I figured out where to go to get vinegar, and we might as well because it's not that big of a trip after all. And can we please get on the ship? Okay. We're not going to Utopia. I figured this would be our second to last video because, you know, we gotta do one tiny little fetch quest, but then we gotta fight our way all the way back. I think we're gonna go to the beginning of Omnitopia and have to fight our way all the way back to that area at the end there. So it's not like we get to go right back to Dr. Klutzy von Dornheim or whatever his name is. We have to actually redo some stuff. I'm trying to figure out which of these is the that's the village, so this is the one closest to the village. The little landing spots are marked with fire. Because in fact, frame skip, thank you. This thing will cut through the plants, I don't remember. I mean, not these plants, I'm talking about these plants, and it does. The guy who sells vinegar is actually pretty Strongheart, who was like a plot character that we rescued near the beginning of the game, is actually the one who sells vinegar. But he only sells it after you reach a certain point in the story. So it's like not something that you would necessarily know because you don't really have a reason to come back here. But thanks to the magic of facts and the kind of what happened here? Okay, I guess I clicked off of my emulator without realizing it. But thanks to the fact that this game has a bit of a cult following and people have really gone and pretty thoroughly explored it, looking for all the little nooks and crannies, I can come back here and get more vinegar. I mean, even the spell that I'm buying vinegar for is something that I wouldn't know about unless I'd used a fact, because it's pretty well hidden. Wish you luck in your future endeavors. Oh no, I've just been fired from WWE. But I, in fact, will buy more vinegar. Sadly, I can't get it all the way up to 99. But to an even less of an extent than it ever was before, it is not the limiting factor for the Sting spell. In fact, if I can avoid healing myself with magic too much, I should have enough vinegar left to clear the game, I would hope. We defeated the optional boss. There's really two bosses left. The final boss, and then there's a boss you fight on the way to the final boss. And there are enemies near the end of the game that are nasty enough that I probably will be very tempted to use vinegar to fight them. But also, we have to bear in mind that there is a glitch, and I looked this up. It is not a thing that's just happening to me, it is a thing. There is a glitch. Apparently, Particle Bomb, Cryoblast, Thunderball, like a Thunderball. Some of these ammo types are glitched and others are not, but Cryoblast is the most powerful. I don't think there's anything going on with elemental damage. It's just more powerful than the other two and is glitched so that it never runs out of ammo. So why would you ever use anything else? Except, of course, that I have to carve my way through the vines. That's why I would need to use something else. Anyway. Alright, we are not going down Utopia. Instead, we have to go to this place with this little crazy chess table thing going on. And I'm going to largely ignore these guys and just ignore the little enemies that come to life off the wall. This castle is still kind of depressing, despite what we've done to build the place back up. Guess it'll take a little time to put things back in order. I'm sure they'll do it eventually. This was not the right way. Maybe it's up here. Yeah, it is. So there's going to be a room with some little mice and stuff. Desperately not worth the time to deal with. And the flying guys were also not worth the time to deal with. Luckily, my little puppet dog is way better than I am at hitting these things accurately. It's been a while since I've been updating this thing so irregularly. I'd almost forgotten about a guy who came back and is really nasty and insulting about, oh, you must suck at this game. You can't hit any of these enemies at all. But yeah, I think it was the same guy who was like super offended that I was a rube who believed in you know, the foolish lies of climate change or whatever the hell. Which I don't want to get into the politics of all that, but it was like, what do you do when you're angry about somebody whose belief systems are different from yours? Attack their ability to play Secret of Evermore. We receive the energy core, so there you go. Now is there a point in continuing on this path? Oh, there's a guy. Welcome, my friend. I don't get many visitors down here. The knowing foot knight usually scares them away. Oh, you have the oracle bone. I can give you 2 alchemy formulas you'll find quite useful. Blah, blah, blah. Force field. And stop. I don't think either of these are useful to us at this point. Force field will protect us from 1 attack. Stop will halt enemy attacks. And it has a little shield icon for some reason. Oh wait, no it doesn't. Those icons only change. Ah, screw it. Ooh, resliding. I'm trying to figure out how I could see what the icons are for those spells. Because I don't have them set. I'd have to go actually set them. You know what? If you really want to know what the icons are for those spells, you can always look them up on Wikipedia or something. I do feel this weird thing like I should be showing off all the pixel art, but it'll be alright. Okay, guys, you're just purely getting in the way here now. You guys can't you guys can't defeat me. You can't even meaningfully damage me. Okay. So I'm thinking this video will be spent mostly getting back to. This is a classic example of artificially extending the length of a game. We're just going to spend this whole video getting back to where we were. Oh, I see the energy! One of those energy core doohickeys. Are you told they use their energy cores and not use quickly? Of course, I'm no expert. You know, you like to purchase ingredients? No. No, he's not even going to re-equip our spells, which I suppose I could try to get ingredients from him. Except that I don't really know which of these things I need, and I don't have the currency, so forget it. I'm just going to use Vinegar, rather Sting for the rest of the game. It's already fully leveled up. There are other more powerful spells, but I'm not going to take the time to level them up at this point. So let's head for Omnitopia. If we make really good time, I suppose we could get to the final boss zones before the end of this thing, but well, there's the ending to consider as well. Oh, hey! Never mind. I thought we had to go all the way back to the beginning. We don't. Now, if you leave Omnitopia before getting to Werner von Beige here, you would have to. But I guess that's not true. Once you actually, okay, never mind. I was complaining about the game artificially extending its length, but this is cool. I'm down with this. Let's talk to Dr. Klutzy von Dornhoff here. But first, I have 49 castings of Sting. We're in a good place. Let's get that cryo blast equipped. Excuse me. The energized alchemy is sure to help you in your fight with Carltron. Energizes the hero's attack. I think that gives you like a full charge meter or something. I'm not really going to mess with learning new stuff at this point. We're so close to the end, there's not a whole lot of point in changing our techniques. Formula requires a crystal and 1 pot iron. When you cast it, your next blow is going to be a big one. Would you like for me to record your progress? No. See you later. Well, wait, I got the energy thing. I thought that you would have different plot stuff to say. Don't I have the energy thing? What was I supposed to do with it? Armor sales mode engaged. Input selection. I suppose I have to... I guess I didn't realize there was armor to buy here. Alright, well I just saved my game. Let's brainstorm, virtual vest, virtual glove, spots collar. Let's just buy... Oh, I already had one of those. Let's just buy a bunch of virtual gear. Like, we're not even going to use equipment that really exists. That surely our defense will be increased by things that don't actually exist. Although, of course, it looks like they are. Bold, reliable. Now, we already have the spots collar. So that was waste of money, but money really doesn't mean a whole lot at this point. Carltron is hidden away in a chamber in the center of Ondotopia. The key to entering the chamber is the energy core. Take it to the junkyard sector and activate the transport tube. Okay, well, let's equip and unequip spells just so we can see what they look like. We'll get rid of escape, which we never use anyway. Get rid of firepower. Let's get rid of heal. We know we need to bring those back, but we'll get energize. Actually, let's get heal. Maybe I will use energize. Who the hell knows? How many can I have activated at a time? Acid rain I can certainly get rid of. See what, oh, see, now I can see what force field looks like. Isn't that great? Hardball. Levitate and then destroy you. Lightning storm. 1 up. Regrowth. Revealer. Revive. Slow burn. I think since I've leveled up my low level spells, there's not much point in getting new ones going. Barrier, I've already got defend. I don't think there's a whole lot of point to any of these right now. I guess just in case the dog dies, we'll get that going. We're mainly going to be using good luck, Ray Chesney. So we got to get back to the junkyard sector. Okay, so we are going to have to redo some of this, I suppose. The junkyard sector is like the beginning of all this nonsense. Am I not hitting it because it's off screen? That's annoying. Dog certainly has better defense than the kid does at this point. The junkyard sector is like the very beginning of this whole place. What is this? Oh, store. Yeah, well, this is kind of a little bit behind the times now. We've bought better gear than this. Stay ahead of me, doggy. You can take the damage better. It's not just me being selfish. It really is strategically the better option. Oh boy, be a meat shield. Apparently it does get a bit easier. Like, I think some paths were open to me there that wouldn't have been open on the initial trip. Because I think the junkyard sector is back this way. There's like dinosaurs for no real reason. I don't know what Carltron's plans are, like what he's really up to, but he seems like kind of a jerk. So is this not the junkyard? Is this the junkyard sector? What the? I don't really know. Is the last chunk of this video certainly could be just me trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Oh. Would you like me to record your progress? Ah, I believe. Never mind, I guess this is it. This is the little energy thingy me jigger. Well, maybe we are going to have this in one like extra long video to wrap up the series. Because this is the end game right here. We're in a little area that if you actually went out and explored the map, like you download the map online, we're in the center area that you can't reach any other way. Yeah, no, I figure we have to go down this thing, dog. It's just a much bigger pain in the ass to trigger than you'd think it would be. Because you end up in kind of this weird zone. You have fans and speakers that you gotta blow up. You also have bombs. And although it doesn't seem to be happening, I thought the point was that the speakers and the fans will like blow you around so that you get hit by the bombs. They don't seem to be making any noise. I'm a little disoriented by this, because I do remember playing this off. Like I said, for whatever reason I was just possessed by the need to finish the game, but I wasn't recording. So I zipped through off screen, like not doing commentary, and just for whatever reason decided to play through the last few screens of the game. And I definitely remember these things making a bunch of noise. So this is kind of strange. Maybe it's because I'm not using magic? Oh, it's okay, so once you... So that was annoying, like I should never have touched them. Because if I wasn't doing that, they weren't going off at all. What I think the problem was, I wasn't using the bazooka because in my off-screening, I hadn't realized the glitch. I was like fighting the final enemy and ran out of my attack magic and that's when I switched the bazooka and then realized, oh hey, I'm not actually using up ammo for this thing. So if you go up to these things and try to actually hit them the proper way with a sword or axe or something, it's Now the recoil on the bazooka is a thing as well. What the heck? Oh, we have to hit the switches. And that brings a bunch of screens on. Now shit starts really getting crazy. This is the last room of the game. Okay, so you gotta fight a couple of blasts from the past, as it were. And these guys, these enemies at this end of the game here hit pretty hard. So at any point I could die if I'm just being sloppy and not healing the kid up enough. Which raises the point, why wouldn't I be using defend like all the time? This is the last battles of the game. It's really not a time to be scrimping on magic. No, dude. Probably be using heal as well. I think Energize just messes you up a bit when you're playing with the bazooka. Or I could be wrong about that. It could be exactly what you want to do. Now these guys are interesting. Because if you kill them, it summons enemies that you really shouldn't be fighting, that you really don't want to fight. So, unless I'm mistaken, I remember reading somewhere if you kill those guys, enemies will come out and get you. Oh, I know what it is. Shoot. Yeah, okay, it does mess up the bazooka. Because it gives you always get the maximum charge, but it glitches on the bazooka. I hope I didn't just break things completely. I need to get back on the bazooka. And the cryoblast. Yeah, you see this guy here, he's really a pain in the ass to take out. The death spider. And he only came out, he's like a palette swap of every other spider. But he's really difficult, and the only reason he came out is because he took a lot of hits, as you may have noticed. The only reason he came out is because I killed the Mecha Duster. The Mecha Duster doesn't attack you, it just cleans up the I guess the remnants of these things. Oh wow, you know, my dog is in real trouble here. I hope that was the right spell, and it was. Meanwhile, I should not be using Energize because it's just messed up my bazooka. These guys do not seem to give a crap about the Death Spider certainly didn't give a shit about getting hit with, Oh wow, there's two of them now. I really shouldn't have killed those Mega Dusters. At least my bazooka's back. Yeah, look at all the damage it's doing to my dog. This is, you should not kill those, Mega Dusters. Full show. Yeah. Wow, I just got completely wiped out by those fucking guys. So, they are, like, really difficult, and there's no particular reason you should fight them. So, did I? No, don't tell me I didn't save. Okay, good, I did save. Alright, so when the Mecha Dusters come out, do not fight them. Also, don't actually touch the thing that these are standing on. Just patiently shoot them and don't use energize. And do not let yourself get knocked onto the bombs. So this is just like a death trap set for us by Carltron the Butler, huh? Gotcha. It's only fair that there would be some of the nastiest enemies in the game would be at the last area of the game. Because if memory serves, like, we never actually leave this room under player control. Like the final, like, enemies started like generating and attacking us. That goes all the way through till you get to the final boss, and then when you defeat it, that game's over. So this is the last. You know, after we clear this room, all combat is over. And I think at this point, I gotta just let the video go long and finish the game. It means I really shouldn't have gotten into speculating about whether this was the last video or not at the beginning of this video. I should have just kept going. Started play. Okay. I'm not sure what. I guess it doesn't really start the next fight until we do all of that. So. But this should be significantly easier if we don't kill the Mecha Dusters and the Death Spider guys don't come out. I mean, I could be using the spell. Oh wow, it really doesn't do that much damage. It's fully leveled up! I thought it would do better than that. These guys are really good against magic, I guess. I mean, it's an earlier game spell, but fully leveled up like that, it was doing pretty good damage before. What are these guys even called? Raptors. Okay, that's not a particularly fancy name, but... Your dog is just a lot more effective character than you are at this point in the game. He's got all sorts of hit points. The only thing that was really giving the dog any kind of trouble were those death spiders, which you don't have to fight. Okay, a little quick on the draw there. That's what the ladies call me. Oh, sorry. Old quick draw. That's right, folks. Spice up your fun comedy RPG for kids with premature ejaculation humor. So there's an infinite ammo glitch on the strongest weapon in the game, and it's still taking some effort to kill these guys. But again, last screen of the whole game, so I guess it's fair. I don't know how many of these things we gotta kill, but... it's getting a little old. Guess I'll give us speed as well. That increases evade or some. Doesn't seem to last that long anyway. Too bad the energize spell doesn't work right with the bazooka because would be pretty useful to just be able to blast off the bazooka as fast as I need to. Speed is worn off, but defend is still going. I don't think speed is using up the same ingredients as